different. Self-motivated, self-disciplined. Yeah, I learned from my experience. I just want some.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode from Boyz. I'm your host, Terry, Mr. King. And today's, we're doing something special for the queens. Cause look, on the chessboard, look, the most two important pieces on the chessboard is the king and the queen. King is the most important, but the most powerful one is the queen. And I realized, I got a daughter, and we need to start doing stuff for these ladies too. Cause they be going through shit just as well as we do. So, today I brought a queen on. I brought a queen on this show. Just the name alone will just get you weak at the knees and can hardly breathe. But look, me and her have been a part of a lot of projects together in the last couple of months. She's a phenomenal woman, phenomenal artist, phenomenal actress, phenomenal mother, phenomenal everything she do. So I said, why not bring her on so she can talk to you? So without further ado, Miss Sade, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Let me get comfortable, like you said. Let me get comfortable. So like you watching me all the time on here, but yeah, I do get comfortable.
Yeah.
So Sade.
Yeah.
So were you named after the other Sade?
Of course, my dad.
Oh, that was his baby.
If you watch this, I don't know. He probably had a crush on.
Hey, that's celebrity. Hey, ain't no Sade was bad as mama. Look, you know what they say, most of the kids named after Mercedes and Lexus and everything. They don't look like no Mercedes and Lexus. But they ain't right. Y'all, she look like a Sade, don't she? Man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, but I always forgot, y'all. Welcome to our first edition of From Girls to Women. Women. You know, they're important too.
Aren't we though?
Yeah. But I feel like y'all gotta, I'm gonna say easier, but y'all have more resources allowed to y'all for being women than it is for guys.
In what way? In what capacity are you speaking of?
We can say assistance, ability to be more vulnerable, outlets to talk to people. More people will always choose the women's side before they chose to listen to the man's side.
Okay.
Y'all are more allowed to act out and act upon emotions and get away with it versus if a guy do stuff, he gonna be, yeah. I got 4 sisters.
I guess it depends though. Like, are you speaking on like black women or are you saying all women?
All women. Because
we have a little bit of ours is a little bit more, like if we act out or raise our voices, then we're looked at like, you know, the angry black woman, so on and so forth. So it's kind of relative. Yeah,
which is a stereotype where I feel like it's been pushed so much that it's bullshit at the same time too, because I realized, like, other than the last 2 years, they finally put the light on these angry white women. Karens! And you be saying the shit that they do. I'm not going to say, like, the stuff that some of y'all women do don't be out of fucking pocket.
Right.
But it's like, yo, look, sometimes y'all have a little bit of reason to act out, but not in the way that y'all choose to.
Right.
Then it just be like, the littlest thing, you be like, bro, really? Like, you need to bring this down to the level which the situation is on.
Right.
But they think they can get away with everything. So I'm glad they kind of exposing a lot of the Karens out there in the world today. The false society of hierarchy of women. Oh yeah, but I ain't like, I hate to say this, but I'm mad that the majority of y'all black women decided to go with the feminist route with these white women, because the black home was all right until y'all want to listen to these motherfuckers, and look at what we have right now. That's why, look, you got the daddy's not in the household, but we was all good. This thing started from the 70s all the way till they just introduced crack cocaine into the neighborhood and welfare and all this other stuff too.
So don't you think that has a lot to do with it?
I do, because it broke up the black community, because we were people that can coexist,
Right.
and we were dependent on each other
Right.
to the point where now we can't stand one another.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we
So much hate.
yeah, and we made their issues our issue when it wasn't even our issue in the beginning,
Right.
which sucks because you think about it, you replace the fathers with the government,
Right.
and now it's harder because you already had 2 incomes in the house. Now he got to get kicked out.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's hard for him to stand on his own,
Right.
and it's even harder for you to stand on your own because the assistance that you're giving is not as much as it would have been if y'all were just stuck together and rode the wave out. But we can't fault the generations' decisions from the past. We just gotta make it better for these
Exactly.
next ones.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, being let me get back to right. I gotta talk to this queen and stuff about queen stuff to educate y'all young women on how to be queens one day. All right. So, do you feel, based on what we just started talking about already,
Mm-hmm.
how that played into your life and like your upbringing and marriages and relationships?
That's a hard question. Because there's a lot to say. So my upbringing was interesting.
Ooh, wait, oh yeah, we gotta get a backstory. Tell us about the backstory. They don't even know who the fuck you is. I just thought about that.
Oh.
Yeah, talk about it. You gotta introduce yourself to the people.
Oh, yeah.
We just got
do
ran.
let's do a little sound bite.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what I want to go by, Sade or Corel.
Ooh.
I'll just do Sade Corel, and then they'll be able to figure it out.
Facts.
Okay.
If y'all ain't can't figure it out after that, y'all sleepy.
All right. Hey y'all, my name is Sade Corel. So Sade is my first name, Corel is my middle name, but also my stage name. I am an actress, I am a singer, I am a writer, I'm a model, I am a mother, I am a phenomenal woman, I am. So,
I had the snaps I'm in the snaps for y'all.
So, now you know who I am, and it's nice to meet you all. But back to the story, my background. Grew up in a 2-parent home, okay, until I was 14, okay. I have a lot of brothers, so I grew up with 5 or 6 of them. I say 6 because my other brother, he stayed with his mom, and every now and again he would come by. Grew up, there was sexual abuse in the home. My older brother sexually abused me. There was a lot of things going on with my parents. We moved a lot. There was poverty, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there was some things growing up in the 90s, things that I went through in the 90s that when I think back, as far as what we were talking about, as far as the parents being in a home, 2-parent home, and fathers being taken out of the home. So I don't know if it was better or worse with dad being in the house.
Yeah.
Because when dad was in the house, I love my dad. He's definitely come a long way. But when he was in the house, we did move a lot. You know what I'm saying? We moved like 18 different places in 16 years.
Damn.
Right? So, and I say 16 years because that's how long my parents were married. But when it was just my mom, we had a stable place. So, it's kind of hard to say what's what. And my mom, she worked 3 jobs, and I don't think my dad was really helping financially. So it's kind of hard to say what's what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially looking at it from kid and like trying to figure out, what's really going on here?
Right.
Because, you be thinking you think it's just probably because the number of kids probably made it hard for him or everything?
I don't know.
Because you gotta think about it, that generation of men different from this generation.
Right.
You think he was dealing with a lot of the stuff internally that he just couldn't talk and you probably couldn't feel safe to talk to your mom.
Probably. It probably was, and he probably felt a lot of pressure, to be the provider.
Yeah.
Because my grandfather was he was a provider. You know what I'm saying? I think that they might have seen that example and really tried to live up to it,
Yeah.
but couldn't quite live up to it.
And when you try to live up to somebody else's expectations,
Right.
well, majority of the time you're gonna crash and fall,
Right.
and then that causes you to spiral into a depression, and then you be like, bro, I'm
Right.
not good enough, and
Right.
like you don't want your kids to be around you when you feel like you're not good enough,
Right.
and you feel like you rub off on them. But
Yeah, so it's something worth digging into to figure out what was going on at that time. But I did see a lot of stuff growing up.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
a lot.
I ain't gonna lie, I've seen a lot too. Like I was in therapy. I had therapy yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about my upbringing because I was like, man, sometimes like feel like I'm alone and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be alone, but at the same time, that's my biggest fear of being alone.
I feel you. Yeah.
So they had to do some digging
Mm-hmm.
to the point where like found the root of it. It went all the way back to me being 12 years old, and I felt like displaced in the family, just didn't like have no place to stand on and stuff.
Right.
And shut off all of my emotions. So I can understand when you say you've seen a lot,
Yeah.
but you've seen it from your perspective, and nobody else can see it from your perspective, so
Right.
they don't know how you're viewing it.
Right.
That's why when I had the conversation with Mom, I say, Mom, I'm not trying to attack you, I'm not trying to, I just
Right.
need some understanding on this conversation
Right.
for me to move forward in my life and trying to progress.
Mm-hmm.
Because, relationship wise, man, I am, what is it, like, I got connection anxiety or something like that. Like, if I'm with you, I'm like, oh, I'm like, damn, where you at? Like, hold up, who you with? I always thinking this, that, and the third.
Do you think you fear being abandoned?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. I got abandonment anxiety. That's what it is. Yeah, I do fear being abandoned. I think a lot of guys do feel like that a lot because we don't feel needed,
When you don't feel needed,
or we don't feel like we're wanted.
Okay.
I feel like it's both, because like you said, a lot of these women these days like, I need you for I can do it by myself, this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay, yeah. But when you tell a guy that, that's just like, bro, slap him in the face. Because same time, say if I say that to a woman, we can't. The reactions are two different type of reactions, and really we can't really vent that to her. Be like, bro, I'm like, yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult being a man in general. I'm not saying it's not difficult being a woman, but the pressure that's put upon you to be the man is more detrimental than it is, I feel like, than saying, oh, to be the woman in this relationship. Because I think women set such a high standard of what we have to be. And yet sometimes we meet them where they're at, but not willing to meet us where we're at.
Okay, so there's a few different things that I want to touch on. So as far as the needing and wanting conversation, right?
Yeah.
I think that if that's conveyed in a healthy way, that can be a conversation worth having, right? Because no one on this earth needs another human being except for babies, right?
Yeah.
Kids, children, they depend, right? They are dependents. When you become an adult, you're called independent, right? So our livelihood does not rely on another human being unless we are dependent, right?
Yeah.
So yes, a lot of women are independent and they carry that, but at the same time, it's a part of being vulnerable. If you're able to be vulnerable and to also say, look, we are in this together, we are a couple, I don't need you for me to survive, but I want you, I choose you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hearing it in that way, like if you know that I'm choosing you every single day I wake up, I choose you.
Girl, I'll kick down doors for you. I'm like, oh, Bruce Lee come through this damn shit.
But you see the difference between hearing, just having a mature conversation about needing and wanting. You know, I don't need you to breathe. I don't need you to drink. I don't need you to eat. You know what I'm saying? But I want you in my life to share my life with me. That's where the difference is. And I don't think people say that well.
They don't.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've been on the hard end of that lately. Heartbreaking everything, goddamn. No, because like saying someone waking up and choosing you.
Right. That's big.
And that's big.
Like, I'm being chosen every day by somebody that I want to choose me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And then they turn around and choose somebody else. Oh shit, y'all over here. I'm going through it on therapy.
Listen, that's a whole nother situation because like I've said before, a lot of people are broken.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that they're broken. And when you don't know there's an issue, you don't know how to fix it.
Fact.
You don't know that you need to even start fixing it. So then we get into these situations and we're creating toxic relationships. So it looks like everybody is toxic because don't nobody want to heal or don't know they need to.
Yeah, take the time.
Right.
Because it's like once you get done with one thing, you go on to the next one.
Right.
And you're picking up right where you left off with the person, but he ain't even been in the same. He don't even know what the freak going on. He just threw him into like this whirlwind of commotion and devastation. And you're like, damn. Comparing.
Yeah, the comparison is horrible. Like my thing is, everybody deserves the benefit of the doubt because not everyone is the same. I can't go into something else thinking, oh, no, you're not healed either, so I ain't gonna be able to. You know, we don't know, right? Yeah, exactly. So we have to give people the benefit of the doubt. So that's when we have to be able to let our guards down. And if we're able to do that means that we're taking a step into that healthy mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How come it seems like it's harder for women to let their guards down than it is guys? Because I understand there's a lot of trauma attached to a lot of this stuff, but even though I feel like men go through this trauma too, but it seems like guys are the first person that they guard down and be show that they're vulnerable with the person, but then the women just don't feel like they make you. It takes basically you getting ready to lead them for them to actually let the guard down, like let you in. Why is that?
If that sounds like a generalization. Right, of women, and that's not the case, right? So that's the demographic of women that you may have been dealing with, right? Yeah. So I don't, in their particular case, it could just be because they aren't healed, and they are carrying everything from their past into a new situation and never had recovered from what happened before. So if the fear of being left alone is what motivates them to speak their mind, then that's what they're going to do. But not every woman operates in that way.
Touche. I don't do that. I get that. Okay.
I'm just saying, like
you're right. It's just like same thing, generalization for men. Because I had to tell people, like, this is one thing I hate when women say, "Man up and be a man." I was like, so you a man, huh? You know what a man is.
So is that the pressure that you're talking about? Like, so the standards or the expectations that women have?
I feel like women have such a generalization. Every individual got their own generalization of what a man should be. But you can't tell me what a man should be in this society when you're not a man. It's just like I can't tell a woman, oh man, you need to be a woman. This is what a woman do. I'm like, there's no one type of woman. There's no one type of man. It's just like some of them have similarities, some of them have some different differences, but we so often generalize men with protector, provider, taking care of this, taking care of that. I was like, okay, yeah, that's how it used to be. I'm not gonna lie, but you look at today's society. They really take 2, 3 income house, 3 incomes to take care of one household now. That's even if you don't have kids.
Right.
Now, if you have kids, between the two of y'all, y'all need to figure out how to. So you're like, okay, and you put so much more pressure because, like, I feel like women more chase perfection in like everything when in reality nothing will ever be perfect.
Right. Guys
accept the situation they're in and they say, yeah, we can grow from this. We got a foundation. But we're more than likely to, not try to set expectations on what should be and like go with the flow.
Okay. So let me speak to that directly as far as the expectations.
Yeah.
What I think happens when women say, or some women say, man up, be man, be a manly, be man or be a man or be manly. And then what I think is happening is a misdirected or a misguided view of what their expectations are.
Yeah.
And they're projecting their expectations onto a man and saying that those expectations are what a man is supposed to be. It's not that they think that they are a man,
Yeah.
but they have an understanding of what they require, right? I mean, if I'm coming into something, I have my list of what I'm looking for in a person, just like a man does.
Yeah.
A man ain't gonna go out here and just say, yep, that's the one, and it don't even look like, you know, what we're looking for, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So everybody has their preference,
Yeah.
right? So then when some women are like if they don't see what their expectations are in the man that they're with, then they have to attack because this don't look right. Something don't look right, so I need to say something about it.
Yeah.
And then they go on the attack. And it looks from the man's point of view like, wait a minute, what's your definition of what a man is, right? But y'all, that means that y'all haven't talked about the expectations.
Yeah.
That means that y'all just got into a situation and then now we're just doing stuff. Now we're just here. But everybody needs to be able to express what their expectations are, especially if you go into a situation with a woman that has children, right? Like, I don't expect any man to come in and take care of my children. If you choose to, that is on you. But I'm not saying, hey, come take care of my kids.
Yeah.
This is your responsibility now. It's not.
Yeah.
They're my responsibility, and they have a father, right? So that's on us.
Yeah.
If you come in and you step up to the plate, then by golly, come on. You know what I'm saying? I welcome you in with open arms, but I'm not going to apply pressure on you to do X, Y, and or Z for my children. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody operates in that way, right?
Yeah.
So it's all relative.
Yeah.
All of it is, but the basis of it is have a conversation.
Yeah.
What are the expectations?
Yeah. And I feel like that's a great conversation to have. The only problem I see when we have that conversation is now when you put them expectations on the other party. Like, girl can always tell me, this is just for me. I accept criticism. I'm like, okay, what's your expectation? Boom, I can take that. Now I tell you my expectations, and now you're not willing to meet mine. Why the hell should I be trying to meet yours? See, I feel like it's like give and take.
That's where you either part ways or you compromise, because not everybody's going to be exactly what you want them to be, right? Exactly. So
then some people say, "Oh, this one I hated." Well, I laughed. I'm not gonna say hated. I laughed at. She was like, I'm not willing to compromise on mine, but can you compromise on a couple of yours? I was like, hold the fuck, hold the front door. I'm trying to start cussing on my shit. I'm like, hold the front door. So you want me to compromise and meet you, but you're not willing to compromise and meet me.
And that's where you take the steps. Like it's to me, it's just that simple. If you have the conversation up front, then you don't have any, like, okay, all right, cool, we're not on the same page, then I can easily walk away from this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to walk away from something that you're not totally invested in.
Yeah.
So.
But see, my problem is as soon as I put $1 into you, that's I'm
invested. Oh, that's not an investment.
Yes, it is. That's $1. That's not. Hey, I can't even get a double cheeseburger for $1 no more. I need $2.
Oh my gosh.
Well, look, when I put that $1, hey, if I spent a quarter. That's my quarter.
But that's where the talking stage comes in.
Yeah.
Like understanding what each other expects of one another.
Yeah.
It's honestly that simple. Like if you can't get past that part, then what is the conversation for?
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, there's always layers to
everything.
Yeah.
It's layers to this shit, y'all.
It really is.
Man. Okay. So piggyback off from that. Why? All right. Do you think it's harder to date as a single mother or date as a single father?
I think it would depend on custody. That's essentially the entirety of the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have full custody of your children, then it'd be easiest to date anybody, no matter, you know, what the case is. But if, let's say, both parents have custody, right? Let's say this man over here has full custody, this woman over here has full custody, and they want to date each other. That could be a challenge in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because again, the kids are mixing. So,
Right.
see, because this is a problem I've been having lately as a single father that actually had custody of my son. I run into the same thing you said. Like a lot of people like, oh, see, dating you mean I would have to be. Or I was like, man, no. Like I'm not trying to tell y'all. Look, like yeah. Eventually, like, if we get married, everything else, so yes, he'll be a part of your life. I understand that part, but we're just dating.
Right.
I'm not even bringing you around my children at that age. Like I got a little girl too now. Me and her mother is whenever I want to pick her up, get her.
Right.
So we share custody of her. But it's like I feel like more men are open to dating single mothers of kids than it is women that open up to date single fathers with kids. Even if they taking care of their kids. The first thing you always hear, oh, you got to your baby mama. I'm like, well, shit, you think I don't need to worry about your damn baby dad coming around here with a brick?
See, honestly, that's all relative too, because like I have not witnessed any of that. Like, like just being on the outside looking in, I've not witnessed any single fathers having issues dating.
Well, what the fuck is wrong with my ass?
I see a lot of single mothers having issues dating because a lot of times, especially depending on the amount of children, men have a negative outlook on a woman who has a lot of children. Like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like that's their shock. It's a shock to the whole idea or thought that that woman has had so many children. Now, there's a difference between a woman, and I'm gonna be real. Like I can't sugarcoat this. But there is a difference between a woman living off the system and has all of these children. And then there's a difference between another woman who is doing her thing and has all these children. You know what I'm saying? Because the expectation is I had to take care of these kids if she's living off the system. And I don't know what to do with this person because I'm not used to seeing this.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I think that's where it gets confusing for men who date women who have their stuff together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that's a shock in itself because now you're like I'm stepping into this and man, you got a lot of kids. How am I gonna deal with this? It ain't for you to deal with. But that's not their mindset or their expectation because of what they're used to.
Yeah. Stay out of Pensacola Village if you want to.
I'm not saying
stay out of the projects, y'all.
None of that.
No. Hey, they come from that part of town in the hood and they on Section 8. No, I ain't gonna live.
I ain't saying nothing about nothing.
No, because you see, like a lot of people don't want to do better. They would rather just ride the system and let the system provide for them. And like you say, that is a culture shock because like my son's mom, oh my.
I ain't saying nothing about nobody.
God bless them. God bless
I ain't saying
them.
nothing
Hey, I'm like, I ain't gonna worry about that. All right, so question though.
Okay.
As a mother and as a child, were you taught how to talk to men or how to, treat men? Because like men are always taught when they're growing up, oh, this is how you talk to women, this is how you treat a woman. You wasn't taught that?
No. So I have a song with my brother. It's called No Guidance, right? We haven't put it out yet. But in the song, I literally say, you expected me to give you everything you needed, but remember when I told you that my daddy didn't raise me, my mama never taught me how to be a lady. Ooh. So the things I do and say might seem a little bit crazy, right? So now this was not specifically from my perspective, right? This was in response to, on behalf of, what my brother had going on. So I kind of responded as the female. Yeah. But at the same time, it's so relevant to a lot of different people because a lot of the time it's a generational thing, right? Yeah. If my mother was never taught how to teach, how can she teach me without stepping outside of herself and understanding that this needs to change? Yeah. If her mother was never taught how to do this, etc. So we're going down the line with it, and it has to stop or start somewhere, right? So for me, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not going to not teach my girls how to operate, like be a woman, how to be a woman, what that looks like to you, what it looks like to me. because what being a woman is to different people is very, very different. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different elements to being a woman, and I may not have all those attributes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the attributes that I have are the ones that I'm going to teach my child or my children.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I had the same thing with my son, especially when I'm trying to think what a man is. But he swear to God, men are stronger than women and everything. So I'm like, you know, there could be some women that's stronger than men. I had to tell him that.
Right.
They were like, no, man, we strong.
Right.
We tough. I was like, I had to go back and rethink. I was like, damn, what all I've been teaching him so far? I was like, I go to the gym, I go work out. I was like, ooh.
That's where he sees the strength.
Exactly. So I was like, I had to start talking and just communicate more. Especially now that I got a little girl too. I got a little girl too. So I see like the big problem is like you said, we always focus on men teaching them how to do this.
Right.
And I want to teach him also how to receive love from a woman and teach how to be talked to by a woman.
Right.
Not to accept nothing less than that.
Right.
And for her to also, like, we already teach her how to be taught by men, talk to by men and all this stuff, but how to talk to men, how to, you know, communicate, how to really express yourself and how to allow them to express themselves and not judge them for it, because that's one thing I really feel like need to be more focused on when it comes to development of women. I'm not talking bad about y'all women. I'm just saying in general, like, it's funny, men are always taught this and the third, but kind of skip over the daughters. They expect them to, like, everything will be just handed to you. I'm like, nah, you gotta bring something to the table.
Right.
A lot of these women these days thinking, oh, I look good, this and the third. You gotta accept me for them. Nah. You can be another pretty face with no personality and end up right there on Savannah T's and not with nothing.
There's so many different things with that too. Like, society has painted this picture of what a woman is supposed to look like, what she's supposed to act like, how she's supposed to think, move, all of these things. And then men sometimes feed into that. And they kind of
gaslight them.
Yes.
They gaslight them.
So then when that expectation is not met, right, from the man's point of view, like, wait a minute, you don't look like that. I need you to look like that right there, because that's what you're supposed to look like, right? So now it's a misconstrued, like, vision of what the man and the woman is supposed to look like and act like all of these things. So when you have people with their exposing themselves and doing all of these things, it's like, you don't have to do that
to get attention. It's just all about attention now, because I'm like, because I think somebody else asked me, like, bro, why you like the pictures? I was like, yeah, but is that my girl? She wouldn't be my girl. I was like, bro, she ain't. That'd be something I'd rather be just for me and her. Right. And she's showing everybody this damn thing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
It was like, people don't understand class is more sexier than all this other shit.
It is.
Like, bro, all I see on social media now is just ass, titty, lingerie pictures and booty pics, all this stuff. I was like, man, okay, you look good. Yeah, you got this, that, and third, but shit, I ain't the only person seeing it now. Everybody seeing this damn thing. Now, you got the moment that you can just tell, just like Sade over here, y'all. Like, I'm like, she. I'd be like, God damn.
I typically like to keep just face pics because that's just, you know, what it is.
But I ain't gonna lie, but also it get kind of scary for guys when they look at just face pics, like, oh, because catfishing came around. Look, ooh, hey, that was so, it's scary out here, because you're like, damn, this is a picture from you from how long ago? Is this how you look now? You get done, next thing you know, you're like, bitch, you lied to me. But
I get it. I don't know. For me, though, like, I changed my hair so much. Like, just 2 days ago, I had braids, right?
Yeah.
Did I take my hair down yesterday? I think I took my hair down yesterday.
God damn.
Yeah.
Hey, trying to tell y'all, phenomenal woman, she can do it all. Hey, if I can learn how to edit, I do know how to edit myself up and everything. But I'm saying, if I should go ahead and start doing it more, shit.
But I mean, that to me, that could be catfish to some people. Like, if I change my hair all the time, like, oh, you the same? So I was just in North Carolina, Fort Bragg, this past week, right? And I was there for work. So I went to work, and I never met these people. So I had my braids in, and I had my hair down. Okay, went to the Christmas party that night, and I put my hair up. It had like little bangs and everything, and nobody recognized me. I was like, I know y'all playing. I just changed my lip color and put my hair up.
Wow.
Yeah, they was like, that was you. But again, they only saw me that one day. Like, that was their first time seeing me. It was just funny to me how.
One little thing can change.
Yes, it is, seriously. But outside of all of that, like, I'm still me. I'm still a phenomenal woman. I'm still all of these things. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, no matter what I do with my hair, my face, my anything, deep down inside, I'm still the same person.
Which is so true.
Keep y'all on y'all toes. Like, keep y'all guessing.
See, guys, we're going to do so much.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look, I'm like, oh, I got a beard today. Guess what? Shave the beard. And as soon as I shave it, they're like, what the fuck you do?
Don't ever. Men, don't shave your beards.
Why not? Why can't we see? Boom.
Do not. That's the only expectation I have. There is only one pass. If you're in the military, I get it.
I'm joining back in the military.
But
I look good as a nigga more right.
I'm just saying.
If I had to play, look, me being an actor, if I had to play a younger role, I ain't gonna lie, shoot, I look younger with my beard. I look older when I shave.
See, it's a difference. If a man has a lot of hair on his head and no beard, we might be able to work something out. But if you ain't got no hair here or here, we got serious problems.
I don't know about all that. See, look, I gotta accept you for all your numbers of hairstyles. Why can't you accept me for about?
That's one thing, right? One.
I understand y'all with this talking about the beard, but y'all understand. Sometimes that shit just be like, bro, I need to let my face breathe a little bit.
Does it get on your nerves?
Yeah, especially like I sleep. How I be sleeping, sometimes I sleep on my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
That shit just, and then wake up. I wake up, be like half of like this, half of like this. I'm like, fuck.
Okay.
So sometimes, look, especially during the summertime, yeah, fuck that. Y'all can't tell me shit during summertime. I'm gonna shave one time at least. I at least shave once or twice a year.
Okay, just so you know, it's aesthetically pleasing to us for us to see men in beards. Sometimes some men don't look good in beards, but that's very rare.
It's the same thing with me with girls in sweatpants. But you know, I ain't gonna tell you. I can't tell you what sweatpants all the time. You be like, nigga, now you gonna shut the hell up talking about me in sweatpants. Look, I can't tell y'all what the weather. Y'all gonna tell me about my damn beard.
This ain't no quick fix though. Like if you shave,
look, it's a process. Look,
minute.
yeah, take a little minute. But look, you go all my phases now. You get going from the baby face all the way up to the Drizzy Drake little bitty, and then you go all the way up to the Ricky Rose, and then the French Montana. Look, every beard got its own phase.
It does.
And I ain't gonna lie. I'm just saying, if you could rock with me through all my phases, just like I could rock with you all your phases, we should be alright. Look, because if I decide one day just chop off all my hair and just go bald on everything, damn hell no, I ain't doing that shit. I'll be. Let me knock on some wood real quick, cause if that happens, I ain't gonna know how to react. I'm gonna be, I feel like I'm in boot camp again. Like, yo, you know what? Not for me.
Yeah.
Gotta keep some type of hair. I keep the mustache. No.
Not the mustache.
Yeah, I could. Damn.
It depends on like it gotta be able to connect with something like.
Well, if I had somebody help fertilize it all the time, then I would probably say I keep the beard. Adult joke. That's an adult joke for y'all. Y'all kids, keep y'all head out the gutters. Y'all don't know. But yeah, you know, my beard getting dry. I need some moisturizer.
What's the next topic? I'm about to go.
Oh shoot. Okay. So how, like you saying, being the first ones to break this thing with the generation with women, being able to teach them how to talk to and, you know, be receiving to men, you think that would kind of kill this so-called stereotype of what we got nowadays, where it's like, I feel like, they understand it's a give and take more than just a take and just give me. You think that would actually?
It will definitely heal the generations to come, like seriously, because our children will be the ones teaching the future. And I mean, if we start understanding that we should build each other up and not just, I shouldn't necessarily have to always build you up. I need to be built up too. Like if I'm not inspired by you to, if I'm not motivated by you, if I'm not encouraged by you, then I'm just going to remain stagnant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'll do some things that I'm interested in, but if I don't feel that you're behind me and supporting me, then I might just stop, or I might not go as far as I could have gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we all need that support regardless. So I think pouring into each other is definitely like the blueprint for the future.
Yes. That's so. Oh Lord, you said you took my line from me. Oh jeez, I can't even say my line no more. Look, that's what I be talking about all the time. Even with friendships and especially in relationships, because I tell people like relationships sometimes take priority over my friendships because this is somebody I say, oh, this is about to be my co-pilot.
Right.
You're building with me. We're building together.
Right.
Like you got your everything you're doing, I got my thing I'm doing, but we keep
Right.
each other motivated. Friends, y'all know how friends are.
Right.
We ain't gonna get into that.
Right.
We know how friends are. Sometimes you gotta realize some people you say your friends ain't really your friends, and like yeah. If they always talking negative around you, you gotta cut that. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
But like saying, that's why I just ask for God and the universe or whoever, just keep people around me that pour into me the same way I pour into them. If y'all ain't realizing y'all well going dry, keep pouring to somebody. Don't worry, your pocket will tell you something now. It told me. Golly. Oh, shit. Oh.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say we also have to pour into our children too.
Oh yeah. Badass kids. Hey, every parent out there that have kids, you understand when I say fuck them kids. But at the same time too, I can say that about my kids. I love my kids.
Right.
But fuck them kids. But it's so reassuring to see the growth of my kids and everything too. And I swear to God, I was like 2 weeks ago, I was really watching my son, and it was just like, he's like, when you have a kid, it's like, I feel like a part of you transferred over to him. Something that your interest was while you was, adolescence, growing up, it's like transferred over to him. Like, musically wise, everything. I was like, I used to do that. Oh, he doing this shit now. I was like, I ain't even got interest in no more. Now my little girl, now she got athletic as shit. I'm like, fuck, I don't give a fuck about no sports. I was like, oh, she my athlete now. I was like, oh, shit. It's like my little pieces of me transferred over when they were created. And like, now I'm like, ooh, now I get to nourish the gift I didn't use in them. And hopefully they use it and use it in the right way.
Yeah.
Because like I say, you don't use it, you lose it.
Right, absolutely.
And I feel like now you lose it, it just goes to your kids. And now it's just trying to make sure that they don't lose it.
Right,
Because
exactly.
like back then I didn't feel like we had the right nourishment to do that and home in and focus on it. Now I'm like, all right, fuck it. What you want to do in life? This what you want to do? We're going to get this thing done.
Yeah, a lot of times our parents didn't have time, or they didn't have the knowledge to know that they needed to do that type of stuff.
Exactly.
Like if I see you have this talent, then I need to do something about that, right? Or a gift. Right, my daughter is like she's a phenomenal athlete, but gymnastics is like that's her thing, right? That thing be flipping all over the house. Like, if you don't stop on that flipping.
I tell my little girl the same thing. She's like, Dad, I can do a split. I said, you do no this. I say, hey, look, you don't do no splits in this damn house. You don't do no splits around no damn board. You want to do some splits? We're going to go to this gymnastics class. We're going to do some splits up and down.
Yeah.
We're going to do it in the right place.
Right.
So look, I like, especially like just the way the world is. I was like, hell no, I don't care. Hey, don't be doing no splits around these people.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, shit. The two things I know I'll ever go to jail about is for my son and my daughter.
Yeah.
Hey, them two, like, hey, by all means, hey, they can accept criticism, you can boom. But if you come out of pocket on one of them, trust me, I'm coming out of pocket on you. I'm saying my last 3 fights. So, hey, just know.
Last 3 fights.
Don't fuck with them. Hey, don't fuck with them. Hey, I'm allowed to be hard on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the coach is too. But you doing some shit I know you. I ain't asking questions. Going in guns blazing, hell raising. Ooh.
Get an understanding first.
Oh,
At least.
yeah, I do.
At least.
But look, I ask my son before I ask somebody else.
Yeah.
Cause hey, one thing about a parent to a kid, you can tell when your kid is lying.
Mm-hmm.
I can look at him like, bro, you can't get away with this shit. I did this shit.
Yeah.
You're doing what I did. Shut the fuck up. Now.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but when I know he ain't lying and you fuck with my kid,
Mm-hmm.
oh. That's all she wrote. That's all.
I don't like having to get like real rowdy with other people's kids.
Yeah.
But sometimes I have to do that because sometimes they be coming for my babies. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I had one little girl on the phone. I was like, put the girl on the phone. I said, I don't care nothing about none of that. Put the girl on the phone. It's like, I was like, what's her mama number? Let me call her. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Hey, this how you gotta do it. This I already got a vision in my head. So look, this was gonna happen one day. Some kid gonna be fucking with my son, and look, they gonna get in trouble at school or something. And I taught my son how to fight. He know how to fight. He just don't want to fight nobody else with me. That dude, daddy, come in that office.
yeah.
I'm gonna beat the daddy ass in front of the kid. I'm like, yeah, every day you keep fucking with my son, I'm gonna beat your damn daddy ass every damn day. And I'm gonna traumatize him. I was like, Landon, now you see how I did him? You do him the same fucking way. They keep fucking with you, beat their ass. But ooh, let me.
Let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back in. Oh shoot! All right. What is something you see that is needed for the personal growth of these women today, society?
Self-love
Ooh.
and awareness.
Ooh. I think that's for everybody in this world.
Absolutely, but I say specifically for women because a lot of times we accept the script that I sent you, right? We accept things
Yeah.
far too much. Like, oh, we have a lot of grace,
Yeah.
a lot of us, and a lot of patience and understanding, right?
Yeah.
And we give so much, and a lot of time men take advantage of that, right? If you love yourself, you won't accept a lot of different things. If you know who you are, if you understand that you got some work to do, you won't accept a lot of different things. And honestly, that is for everybody, but I'm speaking from the question, just, basically on the question that you asked me specifically for women, because I was in that place where I did not love myself. I ended up getting into a situation 12 years, and I didn't realize, like, when all those things were happening in the front part, like, them was my cues, like, hey sis, don't do it. But I kept doing it because I did not love myself. I did not know who I was.
You're looking for love in other places.
I was looking for security. I was looking for shelter, safety. Like, I was seeking those things because of my upbringing, right? So if I lacked the safety and stability and all those things as a child, I'm gonna need that as an adult, and I don't know how to get that other than this person, right? He's showing me how this is what he's showing me, but at the same time, he also kind of not nice. He kind of doing things that I shouldn't be accepting, right? So, okay, I'll accept all that as long as you can continue to provide these things for me. You know what I'm saying? So, knowing that you, and not saying that I don't need a man, none of that stuff, right? We already talked about the need and want thing. But what I'm saying is, I need to be able to take care of me so that I don't have to worry about the stability, right? The stability was the biggest thing for me, and I had to recover from that. I had to heal from that and understand that I can be stable with or without. I need to understand how to do that, right? And I should not have to give everything and say, well, you giving me the stability, so I'm gonna just have to stay with you because I ain't gonna be able to find it nowhere else, right? So, and not knowing that you can find love, actual love that is real and that is it's not toxic. Like toxic love is a big thing. Like people literally, I was in one of them. You know what I'm saying? I was one like that. It was a toxic situation, and on the outside, from the outside looking in, it looked good.
Yeah.
But like on the inside, I was struggling. Like I was really struggling to maintain, just to be. Like I felt so sad, like all the time, and I'm like, I don't feel happy. I'm not happy. Well, it's not my responsibility to make you happy, but it's also not your responsibility to take away that from the happiness. You know what I'm saying? It's not your job to do that either, right? So.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me what your responsibility is and it's not. If you're gonna take away my peace, my happiness, all that stuff that I'm supposed to inherently have for myself, what are you here for? I should not. This is for anybody. I should not feel like I just want to jump off of something just to get away from this, like to get away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like. I shouldn't feel trapped. I should be able to feel free with you. I should be able to feel safe with you at all times. That in itself is just a bare minimum. We got to be able to share that together. I know that there are men who feel trapped in their situations, and they may be trapped for other reasons, but a lot of times women feel trapped because of financial reasons and not knowing how to move on. You love yourself, you know how to move on. You know yourself, you know what you're capable of.
Damn. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I was like, yeah, a lot of guys do feel trapped. But I feel like they fear more of the backlash of society versus, like, look, guys are more, like, if a guy filed for a divorce on something, or he leaves, they get bashed.
Right.
When women file for divorce,
we get bashed. Same.
I don't know. All right, I say y'all get bashed. Y'all may get bashed a little bit, but most girls be behind you like, oh yeah, girl, find your peace. You have it for you. Boom, moving on. I'm glad that you find your happiness and everything. I'm proud of women doing that. I just want now. When the man decided to move on, same thing. Like, it ain't always a negative thing. Like you said, you gotta learn to love thyself before you can love anybody else.
Absolutely.
Go to therapy and get fixed first, y'all. Look, if y'all ask for fucking therapy, look, you don't even know you dealing with some trauma that you may be dealing with for your whole fucking life and you didn't even know it.
Some people don't know that
they
narcissists, some people don't know they're controlling, some people don't know they're manipulators, like all those things, because to them they've been living like, I've been living like this, so this is what
who I am. You
right.
gonna accept me who I am.
Yes, and to them it's right, and I'm supposed to be like, yeah, I'll take all that, let me take all that, and I take it all these years, and then when I realize what's going on and you get mad at me because I realize and I call you on it, now it's a problem.
Yeah, the problem. You knew who I was before you got into this thing. I showed you who I was. You just wasn't ready for it.
Nah.
But I ain't gonna, it's the same thing with women too. So a lot of women do the same thing. They put up this facade, and then when look, this is how guys. This is how you test it. Get the woman mad. If she start throwing everything back in your face, and she gonna show you who she really is when she mad.
What you mean by saying throw it back in your face? You mean like everything that's being said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even just that, like personal stuff, like stuff you been vulnerable, open up to her about.
Yeah.
Like she always was now she gonna point out every little thing. Like, you're like, damn, now if I do this to you, I'm like, nah. Equal rights.
That's unhealthy argument though, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like if we're having a discussion and you mad about something, you should have no right to throw other stuff. Like most of the time women go above and beyond.
And men.
And men do too.
Absolutely.
It's not everybody, but men do too. But
the immature ones, it's just
that's the one. I'm like, bro.
Absolutely.
So like you just showed me exactly who you are. So you actually dropped the bag. At that point, I was like, oh, okay. Now I know. Like, at that point, I don't trust you no more. I can't trust you no more. Even if you do say you ain't gonna do it again, like, bro, I can't trust you.
Yeah.
You just showed me your true colors. You were waiting for some shit like this. Boom. I said, now let me look in your phone. I guarantee you, if you're doing all this, look in your phone. I guarantee you already got somebody else picked out ready.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
All right. So, in a disagreement, right? In a disagreement that turns into an argument.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say I came to you and I said, I saw this and I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Right? And then you come back at me with well, I saw it too. I saw you do it too, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about that particular type of person who then takes what I've come to you with and now you're taking over the session? This was my session to vent, but now you've taken over the session and now it turns into an argument because I can't say what I need to say.
Well, one, I feel like that person probably is scared to bring it up to you because, you know, most times when, saying if it was a man bringing up something to a woman, they feel like they're being attacked, and then it really don't go nowhere. Then we wait until like the woman bring up something, similar things like boom, be like, yo, now you got you talking about it now, so let me bring up this stuff that I'm like, boom, now I can bring up everything that I've been wanting to talk to you about, but every time I try to talk to you about it, it's like, I feel like once I feel like both people in a relationship get away from the defensive act and trying to defend and just talk it through, it'll be more simple and more easy to talk about it because it's just like an understanding thing.
Yes.
Most people would think it's like, oh no, I'm coming in to attack you.
Right.
I ain't gonna, some people do come in just to attack, but if we start coming in from more of an understanding standpoint versus attack and defensive standpoint, a lot of this miscommunication will not go as far as it goes, because most of the time when people in an argument, it's just be about a little minor miscommunication. Right. Something that petty. Right. And then they don't find out it's petty, like, oh, I was overreacting. Yeah, your dumb man was overreacting. Like, go in there, pick some damn food, woman. I'm like, yeah, since you overreacting, I need this, that, and third. And I need you spread eagle with the baby oil and everything. Yeah. Cause look, this is why I laugh. Every time when a woman realized they was wrong, they never admit it. Not all women. Not all women. Majority of women. Some. Not I ain't gonna say majority. A lot of women, instead of saying admitting, swallow their pride and admitting they're wrong, they were like, try to cut up on you, then try to have sexual relations. Boom, this thing is over. I was like, nah, that ain't the way to do it. Nah. Tell you, hey, say you wrong. See? Own up to your mistakes. Oh my God. Hey, no, cause look, I feel like this. Once both sides start taking ownership and responsibility for their flaws and their mistakes, look, sex is no longer used as a tool to against one another. Yes. It's more of something y'all create together now.
It's a healthy relationship at that point. Like if you can communicate in a healthy way, even have a disagreement that just stays at a disagreement, and then you work it out. That is the foundation of a healthy relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get through anything if you can get through the small stuff. Because again, it starts off small. It starts off petty. Yeah. But as soon as you're not in a healthy relationship, you're gonna realize real fast that it's unhealthy. Okay. And then that's when you need to either work it out with yourself, figure all that stuff out, and come back, or just go figure it out yourself and just stay gone. Because most of the time they're not gonna want to do it too. They're not gonna want to get themselves together.
Facts. Hence the girls that left me and chose the other guy. Guess what? Y'all ain't working through y'all shit. Guess what? Don't come back here. And you ain't I know I'm being petty.
Well, don't you still got a lot of healing to do?
Yeah, I'm going up there.
All right, yeah.
Right now I ain't healed yet.
Exactly.
Hey, right now I had to go revert back to my asshole. So I'm a little damaged right now.
So when you get through all that, whatever woman comes after your healing, you'll be absolutely fine.
Well, you know, I'm feeling kind of healed already. Let me tie my tie. Bow tie. Let me tie me a bow tie.
Oh my God.
What we going to eat?
God, when your therapist finally tell you, I think we're good. I think you've recovered. I think it's all good now.
No, hey,
just
look.
Call me when you want to talk.
Well, she told me a long time ago, but I keep bringing up other shit. I was like, hey, you know what, doc? I got a lot of other problems. I'm very dependent on my I'm codependent on my therapist right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But look, she's my safe place where I can vent, boom, and get it all out. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably be more sad when she leave me than the. Look, if my therapist ever retired, then I yeah. Ooh.
So you still have abandonment issues?
What? She leave me? I'm gonna be mad.
So you still haven't healed from the abandonment issues?
I'm working on it. Look, I realized, like, that's my recent thing I realized, because I worked through a lot of my shit. Like, communicational issues, everything else, too. It really now just really my abandonment issues, which I feel like was the root of a lot of my self-sabotaging in relationships. So, now that I'm working on it, but she actually told me, because I had a section yesterday, with that, only person who really heal you from that is yourself. You actually have a conversation with yourself and figure out where this started, boom.
Right.
And growing up from a single parent household, like never knowing who my dad was and not knowing, even though back in my head I was like always wondering, oh yeah, boom, gonna pop up eventually. That part probably played a big part into it too, and my subconscious not knowing. So it's like, ooh, now the littlest things, like, all right, boom. The funny thing about I could be alone. I'm cool being alone, but I hate being alone. So it's like, I'm a walking contradiction.
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Yeah.
All right, I enjoy alone time so much.
Yeah.
Like, I can go out of town by myself. I can
Oh, me too.
do all these things.
I be
right?
turning it up. I have more fun by myself. I have more fun by myself now when I invite people, unless I really like fuck with you and like, all right, we actually doing shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's a contradiction. I just say, like, you enjoy companionship.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you enjoy your own, your own company.
'Cause look, I like, the funny thing about it, I had to explain to somebody, the last person I was talking to, and they picked up on it quickly. I was like, it's how you can tell when I'm nervous and when I'm comfortable around you. She actually knew already. She's like, yeah, you talk a lot when you're nervous. When you're calm and relaxed and everything, you quiet. Like, if I'm quiet around you, I can be around you, boom, and just coexist. I'm like, oh. Like, my guard is down, like, at that point. Oh, like, it's now this one I say I'm going contradiction. I have a podcast, like, talk show. But in reality, bro, I don't like to talk.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I do.
This is me. This is me facing my fears, y'all. But it's real interesting. Cause like the more you get to learn about yourself by looking back, the further along you can get going forward.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see that. For it. When my abandonment issue's over, Saturday we going to eat. Are we going to eat? We going to Olive Garden? We like Italian or Japanese? Hibachi?
Oh my God.
Or barbecue?
Not the barbecue.
Yeah, the pork belly. I don't even know what the fuck pork belly is. I ain't like that shit sound nasty.
It's actually pretty good.
Oh damn.
Yeah. It's really good actually. It's a lot of flavor.
A lot of flavor.
But it's a lot of fat.
I don't like the fat. Here's why I probably never gained my weight that I need to. I just need to hurry up and just swallow it.
I've been told you don't gain weight from the fat. That's another topic. That's another discussion.
Oh, another one. Oh, okay. Bet. All right. Well, for closing remarks, I know she's a busy lady, y'all. She's a phenomenal woman. She got a lot of stuff she got to take care of anyway. So, for closing remarks, what is your biggest takeaway from this episode that you would want these young women to take away from and grow from?
Heal, love, no.
Wait, heal, love, no. Ooh, break it down.
Get healing.
Okay.
Love yourself. And know who you are.
Damn. Yeah, she a poet too. Man. Oh yeah, she got a music video dropping?
Oh, I don't know when it's dropping? I hope soon. Cause I'm ready to see it.
Okay, hey, she got a music video on the way. Y'all catch her actually in Sacred. It'll be streaming soon. Don't know when, but
we'll
when
find out tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow. What else?
I got a show coming up in Mobile this weekend on the 17th.
Oh, hey, she got a show in Mobile on the 17th. What else? Shit.
What else I got?
God damn.
What else do I have? Oh, well, I don't know. I'm not gonna reveal that yet. It's on the script.
Yeah.
That's something new, so.
Yeah, just let me know. Your boy ready.
Well, I said January.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Hey, what? Hey, look, I gained a little bit of my weight back too, so you ain't gotta be. I ain't skinny no more. I got this. This a 3X jacket, y'all. That's how you know I'm back on it.
Half of your body ain't in it though.
Shut up, man. If it was a large, it would be really tight on my body.
Oh my gosh. So some more short films that I'm in and I will be a part of in 2023. So.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty exciting. So.
Hey, y'all just saying it's 23. So guess what? You got a ball like Jordan. Wait, fuck that. I don't even like Jordan like that. Like King James.
We ain't gonna talk about it.
What?
We ain't gonna talk about it. You ain't that much younger than me now.
I know, but Jordan ain't shit. Look.
We're not talking.
If we're gonna talk about the greatness of Jordan, you might want to talk about the greatness of Scottie Pippen.
We're not gonna talk about it.
He ain't win shit without Scottie. He wouldn't have won shit without Scottie. So who was the X factor in the whole thing?
Did you really?
Scottie Pippen, baby.
Did you really?
Scottie Pippen 3-3.
Did you watch Scottie Pippen's interview? Is that why you're saying this?
No, I've been saying that for actually since high school. Even before high school. I was like, cause look.
I ain't gonna talk about it.
Cause look, Kobe, the first three, if Shaq didn't turn it on, he wouldn't have had no first three. You always try to say this guy. Nah, look.
Hold on, because people miss this all the time. It's about the teamwork.
Yeah.
So if Jordan was a phenomenal, if he was outscoring everybody, it had nothing to do with his team, with him having the ability to outscore everybody.
Yeah.
Right. But they got what they got together as a unit.
Yeah.
If he had been somewhere else, he probably could have gotten the same thing.
But actually, the funny thing about it, there's a story that came out. Because, the Bulls actually almost made it back to the finals after he left. And then their game was actually rigged where they lost. Because, look, that would have diminished the legacy of Jordan. Scottie, look, there actually was an interview. So y'all don't believe me? Go look it up. Because, look.
Did Scottie Pippen say it?
No, like some NBA insider official back that was in back then. It's like, yeah, because you look at the game, the last couple minutes of the fouls, like, yeah. So imagine that if Jordan would have left and Scottie would have won, how great was Jordan really? Oh, he's not that great. He's not the GOAT.
I would like to see you play him one-on-one, and then
I
would like for you to come back and tell me.
He's 6'6", man. I am 6'3". Hey, low key, look, I would love to play Michael Jordan one-on-one, like the LeVar Ball said. Like LeVar Ball, hey, Big Baller Brand, I respect you. Hey, he ain't never beat you one-on-one, like you said.
I'm just saying.
Cause look, if he ever play me one-on-one, I ain't like, how much he weigh now? He Michael Jordan fat now. Low key.
Even now, I think he can still beat you.
You better be able to beat me. You won 6 rings. Cause look, if I beat you, I need one of the rings.
Why should he be able to beat you?
Cause that's what he do.
Is it? He hasn't done it in years. Why
Shit.
should he be able to
You don't think he ain't played basketball in years? He probably playing basketball this morning.
He's not playing professionally.
Shit, I mean, that nigga been shooting. I mean, that boy been still shooting. I don't even say that word in my fire. She done caught me slipping. That boy still be shooting. But look, don't worry. If I can get somebody to come play with me, if it was like a 2-on-2.
Why I gotta be? Why you need?
No, cause look,
why you can't do it by yourself?
If he bring his son or one of his sons in it, cause look, I'm old. Hey,
yes.
Cause look, age wise, cause guess what? You already know who I'm calling. If I had to pick anybody, Scottie. Yes, and look. I want his wife to be right beside us. Like, yeah, you left this motherfucker with him, you bitch.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
it's all opinion anyway.
Yeah,
None of this is facts. Like,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, cause look, Scottie is 6'6" in the finals too, y'all. But y'all never say nothing about him. Greatness on another level.
Well, it could be the aesthetics.
And I ain't gonna lie, I like Scottie Pippen shoes better than Jordans.
I'm just talking about this part. A lot of times people show a lot of attention to people that are aesthetically pleasing if you'll look and notice.
Oh, you think he look like me?
What?
Okay.
No, Scottie Pippen?
Yeah.
Not easy to look at. Kind of hard on the eyes. So you don't pay much attention to people that aren't as aesthetically pleasing. And that's just...
Michael Jordan, bald head,
But Michael Jordan was also handsome. And easy to look at.
Cause he's bald headed. You couldn't see shit else.
I'm just saying, I'm just giving you
Scotty
the reason why they didn't pay much attention to him. That's all.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm just saying.
I'll let it go. We let it go. Well, shit. Well, no. Sade, I want to thank you for coming in on this episode from Girls to Women on From Boys to Men podcast. Man, I definitely got to get you back. Definitely got to do some more work together. What else? And when I'm healed, I'm going to call you.
Listen.
When I'm healed, I'm going to call you.
You come to my show this weekend on Saturday.
On Saturday?
Yeah. Doors open at 6.
It's in Mobile or?
I'll send you. Well, my flyer is on Facebook.
I know. I'll be looking at stuff that I'll be hearing and I'm like, get off. I'm the person that I get on social media. Now I'm just like, oh, what the fuck I'm doing on here? Then I literally like, I don't want to scroll through all this shit.
It's always a lot to scroll through.
Exactly. I'm like, nah. I check my messages like, okay, no one's looking, you know what I'm saying? And then I go straight to whatever I'm doing. But yeah, I'll definitely try to make it. Well, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say try. I'm gonna make it Saturday. What time?
Doors open at 6.
Doors open at 6. Ooh. You gonna
I
say?
don't know what time I'm performing though.
Damn. Who else performing?
A lot of people.
God.
Yeah.
See, I don't be that like, boom, push out there. Y'all don't want me in the crowd.
You have to come in Corel though.
Oh, Corel.
The stage thing, yeah.
Cool. I'm like, Corel. We want Corel. I'm like, hey, if she ain't came on by the time I get done.
It's gonna be fun though.
Better be. Well, I believe you. If you're a part of it, look, there's a little line she flowed on in this episode. I believe she alright. She might be alright. But y'all, Saturday, if you're in Mobile, be there. Oh, be square. Don't be lame. Be there. But what else I gotta say? Oh yeah, I can't forget. I gotta hit my outro. You know, we gotta exit this thing right, baby. Oh yeah, and Queens, keep y'all crown up, and you know,
Please.
sometimes you know, help raise these kings' eyes when their heads falling down, and we'll do the exact same too. We reciprocate what we get. But yeah, like I said before, we leave always. Dream big dreams, because small dreams have little magic. And how big we dream, you know you're gonna fail. And remember this. If you don't remember anything else, y'all do y'all best and let God take care of the rest. Thank you again for coming on. Thank y'all for tuning in, for listening. It's been fun. Peace, love, happiness. Yo, we's out.
I know that I'm different, self-motivated, self-disciplined, yeah. I learned from my experience. I just want someone to take me serious. Real questions that I ask. How long will this solo trip last? I'm content with being alone in the past, but it's changing and it's something I can't grasp. Turn off my phone, I'm in my zone, so now I'm acting different. I'm to myself, I'm in my head, mapping out this life I'm living. Shadow work on myself, I done already seen hell. Can't fit in, so I rebel, but I don't miss a beat.